to... Oh! A huge shot that knocks down Olivia Gorilla. She's out, folks. That is it. It is game over here at the Shaw Conference Center. Jelena Martinovic has knocked out Olivia Gorilla, who is motionless on...
It's fight night, and the boxing world is buzzing. Too often, people talk about women's boxing like it's somehow slower, softer, or less dangerous than the men's game. But tonight, and in the moments you're about to witness, that myth gets shattered one thunderous punch at a time. These women aren't just boxers. They're powerhouses, technicians, and finishers who can fight in a heartbeat. Every single one of these knockouts is proof that underestimating a female fighter is a mistake you won't get to make twice. Because in the ring, there's no such thing as a light punch when the timing is perfect, the distance is right, and the execution is flawless. From rising stars hungry for recognition to world champions defending their legacy, the women in these bouts didn't just show up to fight. They showed up to dominate. They trained for months, drilling combinations, perfecting footwork, and preparing to seize the exact moment when a single shot could change everything. And when that moment came, they didn't hesitate. Some of these knockouts...
¡Qué knockout! ¡Qué knockout, Lava! Es increíble la potencia.
Reluctant to come out of her corner. He left it 1, 2, 3, 4. It was Lamb versus Lion. It is over. One of the quickest knockouts in women's boxing history.
Happened in the very first round. A quick jab sets up a crushing right hand, and before the crowd can even settle into their seats, it's over. The opponent is on the canvas. The referee is counting, and the victor raises her gloves in triumph. Other finishes are slow burns, coming after multiple rounds of calculated pressure, feints, and body work designed to wear an opponent down before delivering the fight-ending blow. One of the most unforgettable moments in this lineup comes from a fight where the favorite had been talking all week about how easily she'd win. She came out aggressive, swinging hard, but underestimated her opponent's counterpunching ability. In the second round, a short left hook landed perfectly on the chin, sending the favorite crashing to the canvas in front of a stunned crowd. It was the kind of knockout that changes reputations instantly, both for the winner and the loser. Then there's the technical beauty of some of these finishes. Perfectly timed uppercuts that split an opponent's guard. Crisp 1-2 combinations that look simple until you see the slow motion replay and realize just how precise they were. Left hooks to the body that sap every ounce of energy and force a fighter to their knees.
Pelea bastante movida hacia la derecha, Ana al piso y tremendo derechazo. Y creo, amigos míos, que esto se puede acabar. Solo se necesitan 10 segundos. Bastante movida hacia la derecha, Ana.
These aren't wild swings. They're the result of years of disciplined training. The reactions in the arena tell the whole story. Fans jumping out of their seats, commentators shouting over each other, and sometimes a shocked silence as everyone processes what just happened. Boxing is a sport where one moment can flip everything upside down, and these women are masters of finding that moment. And it's not just about raw power. It's about reading an opponent, understanding their patterns, and striking when they least expect it. One knockout in this collection comes after nearly 6 rounds of patient, calculated boxing. The fighter stayed just out of range, making her opponent miss over and over. Then, when the opening finally appeared, she stepped in with a short right hand.
Terminando el round y ahí está Tambor batiente con la derecha y la deposita en la lona. Un golpe brutal. Está noqueada de pie. El referee permite la acción de la pelea. Va la mexicana.
And that landed flush. The fight was over instantly. That's not luck. That's skill. Many of these fighters had to overcome more than just the opponent in front of them. They fought for respect, for recognition, and for the right to be taken seriously in a sport that still often overlooks women's achievements. But every time they step into the ring and deliver a highlight reel knockout, they send the same message loud and clear. Underestimate us at your own risk. The variety of knockouts in this compilation is staggering. Some are single punches that drop opponents instantly. Others are combinations where the first shot rocks the fighter and the follow-up seals the deal. A few are the kind of brutal, looping overhands that would knock anyone out, male or female. And each one is a reminder that power doesn't care about gender. It's about precision, timing, and
Familia, vean la finta en la mano izquierda, el golpe es verdaderamente duro, el remate con el upper, y aquí Navas se da cuenta que le funciona, cambia entonces de estrategia y vuelve con un volado durísimo.
Hart. One particularly memorable finish came in a championship fight, where the defending champion had never been knocked down before. The challenger didn't let that reputation intimidate her. After several close rounds, she slipped a jab and landed a devastating left hook to the temple. The champion went down hard, and even though she tried to get up, her legs wouldn't respond. The upset was complete, and the division suddenly had a new queen. But the heart of this collection isn't just about who won or lost. It's about the moments where years of training and sacrifice pay off in the most dramatic way possible. It's about the instant when all the noise, pressure, and expectation fade away, and it's just you, your opponent, and the perfect shot that ends it all. You'll also see fighters who have been losing on the scorecards turn everything around with one punch.
Koniec, splot słoneczny, trafiła Angelika Krzysztoforska w splot słoneczny.
Starcie, które przez lokal.
That's the magic of boxing. You could be down every round, and still, if you land the right shot, the fight is yours. It's what makes fans hold their breath every time two fighters are in close range. For some of these women, these knockouts became career-defining moments. For others, they were stepping stones on the way to even bigger fights. But for all of them, they're proof that no matter how much experience, size, or confidence an opponent has, one mistake can end the night in spectacular fashion. Watching these knockouts, you can't help but feel respect. Not just for the winners, but for everyone who steps into the ring. Boxing is a sport that demands everything from
이게 복부에 부러졌는데 이 경기는 더 이상 속기가
Natalia Alderete va a la China, combina con todo, atención que se puede terminar rápido esto. Le piden
from its fighters, physical toughness, mental sharpness, and the willingness to risk it all in pursuit of victory. And when that risk pays off in a knockout like the ones in this lineup, it's unforgettable. The sound of the punch landing, the sight of an opponent falling, the roar of the crowd. These are the moments that live forever in highlight reels and in the memories of fans. And in this collection, you'll see 50 of the best examples of why women's boxing deserves every bit of attention and respect the sport can give. So the next time someone tells you women's boxing isn't as intense, fast, or dangerous as the men's game, remember what you've seen here. Remember.
Y es ahora para Merino,
Vacilante, toque con la izquierda, el peso Alderete, la cuenta. No va más, no va más, no va más, no va más. Knockout de Carla Merino en el tercer asalto. La sometió a Natalia.
Remember the speed, the precision, the heart, and yes, the devastating knockouts. Because these women aren't here to just participate. They're here to dominate, to entertain, and to prove beyond any doubt that they belong at the very top of the sport. And if you still think you can underestimate them, well, these knockouts are all the proof you'll ever need that in boxing, underestimating your opponent is the fastest way to find yourself flat on the canvas, staring up at the lights, wondering what just happened.
Sorry, Sergio Santizo. Oh, and Estrada caught her clean, and down she goes.
Santizo got overconfident, got caught with a check left.